So for those of you that don't know, Unmineable actually just listed Dynex Solve algorithm and Dynex payouts directly from their platform. Now, this means you guys can put your ASIC miners, your CPU miners, even your damn cell phones over to Unmineable and get paid out in Dynex. Super awesome. Right now, for those of you that don't know what Dynex is, it's basically a decentralized supercomputer using your GPUs, taking all of that hash power, making a proof of useful work algorithm for computing like AI stuff, say, right? They just launched their first marketplace now. I need to get outside. I got to plug in my L7. I want to get this thing over to Unmineable, and I want to mine directly to TradeOgre and see if it actually works. And I'll get into why this might not work, and I might lose a day of hash rate, but we're going to test it out. We're going to see. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you that result in this video, but I will make an update video at some point. But let's go get this thing set up. And just before we do that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
You know quantum computers, you know blockchain, but do you know both together? Dynex was the first platform to create a neuromorphic supercomputing blockchain-based algorithm which solves real-world problems. And the best part? Anyone can post a job, whether a company from the Global 2000, a machine learning job, or fintech and pharmaceutical. And if you don't want to program it yourself, get an expert directly at the marketplace. Run the job and be impressed by the fast result.
So this is my crypto mining solar trailer that is actually pretty empty at this point. I got all my GPUs down at Terra Hosting. If you guys are interested, terrahosting.io is where I'm actually hosting all of my rigs. This machine's actually going down there real soon, but I need to get it over to Unmineable because I want to do this test before I ship it out. I do have to rebuild it, put the fans back on, take this silencer kit off, and get it all situated for a hosting facility. Now you guys can see I removed this vent line that was going through the roof so it would just exhaust into the trailer to heat the place, because you can see it's only 38 degrees. These little iPolos aren't doing too well. I have two of them on right now, which I'm actually going to be shutting off because I don't need them on at this moment if I'm going to be getting this up and running. So let me get this thing all plugged in, and then we will get back into the computer and go from there. All right, L7's all plugged in. Now we have the Dynex website right here. This is decentralized supercomputing. Just wanted to show you guys what it was all about. World's first neuromorphic supercomputing blockchain based on Dynex Solve chip algorithm, a proof of useful work, POUW approach to solving real-world problems. I personally do think this coin has very good potential in the next upcoming bull run. That's just my opinion. To each his own. All right, now let's go over here and look. This is their marketplace. I don't really know too much about it. We actually did a full live stream though with these guys explaining the ins and outs and everything. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll leave a link above. Now looking over at Unmineable, again, this is not a sponsored thing for Unmineable, right? This is just actually something I've been waiting on personally for a while. Now Dynex, you can see it's right here, recently viewed. I had seen that they actually made it available for mining, and they also have their Dynex Solve based algorithm. So the reason the Dynex Solved algorithm is actually pretty good, right? If Carlson Hash wasn't around and I still wanted to get say Kaspa with my GPUs, Dynex Solve is one of the most efficient algorithms out there, honestly, for GPUs, right? So they actually brought back GPU mining during the bear run a couple months back, right? Dynex was one of the most profitable coins to mine, and it's super efficient on your GPUs, especially for somebody like me with a high electric rate. So super excited about this. Now I'm going to get my L7 on here. We have to go over to our ASIC tab, or script tab rather, right here, and it says get started. So it gives you all of the information that you need to put in, right? You can see script.unmineable.com. You're going to use port 4444, sometimes 3333. It really depends which, like if it takes or not. Sometimes I've had to use the 3s instead of the 4s, but whatever, to each his own. We're going to go try this out. So let's see. We have to get this in here first, right? We're going to copy this. All right, so now we're going to get it put in right here where the nice hash thing was, and we're going to do :4444. We're going to see if that works. Then we need to do the miner name and stuff. So let's go to this, right? So we have to have DNX : your address and then your worker name. Simple enough, right? So let's go to back to the dashboard. We're gonna go, I'm just gonna delete, actually we're just gonna delete this guy, right? We're gonna do DNX : and then we're going to grab our address. I'm gonna mine directly to TradeOgre like I said before. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, and this is the reason why. It says use your Dynex address below to deposit, okay? This is the address. Payment ID. It says this is very important. If you do not include payment ID, your deposit will be lost. So, I want to see if Unmineable gets my Dynex over to TradeOgre after I hit the minimum, which I don't know actually what the minimum is. Let me just copy this address here, and then we're going to go to Unmineable, scroll up a bit, and go to address, and then just put the address in here. And you can see I haven't... Wait, what? How do I have a balance? So I think that just answered our question. This is not going to work mining directly to TradeOgre, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Eventually, Tangem right here, as you guys can see, this wallet is going to be actually integrating Dynex, so you guys won't have this issue anymore if you don't like using core wallets like myself. But if we go through and look at this, right, so this must be the TradeOgre address, like the actual exchange address, and that payment ID that's right here must be the thing that signifies your wallet versus the actual exchange wallet, which is kind of strange. Nonetheless, I think I understand it. So they must have been doing some testing here. If you guys look, right, if you go to live, let's see, you can see that it says worker rig 429D82. Nothing to do with me. I've never used this at all, but they were definitely testing. It says worker new rig is now offline, X16RV2. So obviously, yeah, the Unmineable team must have been doing something here just to make sure workers would go on and off, and the actual funding would go to TradeOgre itself, and they must have been in talks with them because there is nowhere to put in your actual, whatever this is, payment ID. So, yeah, I guess that answers my question. All right, so this has clearly been a while since I've done this, but I forgot you need to add the stratum plus TCP : / before the script.unmineable.com : and then you need to use 3333 for your ASIC miners. Okay, I went over here and confirmed it with my Jasminer X41U. So you can see I actually just copied this, changed it to script.unmineable.com 3333. So that's that. Now, going back over here, I am not entirely sure why this will not read. Will not read. I don't understand why. I'm wondering if possibly they have this address blocked somehow. Well, it looks like I'm bumming because they definitely don't have that address blocked. Look at this. I changed it over to F2 pool. Go to my dashboard. Still nothing. So I really hope my L7's not broken. I don't know why it would be. It doesn't make any sense, actually. It makes 0 sense at all. But nonetheless, let's look at this. We have my X41U. I actually did just copy and paste everything. Obviously, it's not my L7, but I did get it up and hashing over to Unmineable. As you can see, it says etc hash worker. You can see CCXD L7 is right there. And if you guys are going to use a referral code for Unmineable, please use hashtag CCXD at the end of your wallet name. That's what I'm doing right here. As you guys can see, at the end of this, you get like I think it's 0.25% off of the fee for your mining. So whatever, man, I am super upset that my L7 is broken, but at least we can mine Dynex with our Jasminers or your script machines if you guys are interested. So this is super unfortunate that my L7 is not working. I need to go figure out what's going on with it. I actually did already go out there and unplugged it, just a hard reset, let the power dump out of it. Then I plugged it back in and it's still not working. So I'm gonna have to troubleshoot at some point. I gotta rip it apart. I gotta put it back together to its original state anyways to send it down to get hosted. So before I do that, obviously I'll put it back together and I'll see if it actually hashes. If it doesn't hash, then looks like we're gonna have a parts only machine. Anyways, guys, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, go down there, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.